Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Tommy J, E.T., Andy, Bobby, how are you? I don't have my mouse with me, so it's a little slow. Robert, how you doing? Jake, I said E.T., I think. Nikki, how are you doing? I think that's it. I think I caught everybody. It's not that many. Let me go to the bottom. If I missed anybody, I'll catch you here in a minute. What's the sound okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Um, Let me know. Jake's already put it up. Thanks, Jake. Let's see here. Uh, 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 uh.
I need to mute this one. We'll probably get a bunch of feedback.
See what it does. Anyway, I'm gonna have two people here with me. One is Tim. It's T and W, right?
Yep.
In Udon,
Living in Udon.
living in Udon. Tim, and he's here with his wife. And in fact, it's her birthday today. We'll say it's her 29th birthday, so we don't have a clue. I won't get in trouble. And then Mike's actually came over last night and had eaten with me. I don't know. We wrapped for maybe a couple of hours actually, so he might stop by too. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, it's been a good time here. I don't know. I've been having fun. I think we're gonna go to dinner over at there's a real good seafood place, maybe 15 minutes up the road, and we're gonna go there and eat. And I think Tim's gonna come. Maybe Mike's will come. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they got. But the weather's been absolutely perfect. There's like a couple of clouds, a little bit of a breeze. I might put up the drone. I'll get that out because Mike's was asking what it looked like and what I had. But this is my drone, and it's a mini, but it's not the new one. It's the first generation. It's what is it? 2.7. It's not 4K, but like I said, the intros on all my videos that is actually of Serenity here. 2 years ago I took with this drone. So maybe we'll put that up in the air later and get something. I'd like to get something. I haven't in a while. Of course, I'm not supposed to be flying it, but I don't think anybody's going to turn me in. I hope not anyway. I think you got. Yeah, I did. I got a little bit. I need more sun, definitely. So I got some vitamin D. Tom, how you doing? Hi to Tim's wife's happy birthday. Yeah. Uh, let's see. So anyway, I don't know any questions about what we're doing here. I don't have any. Can't tell you about the house because I'm not there, so I don't know what's happening. I'm sure. Well, nothing's happening. My wife did talk to the cousin that is staying there, and he's doing well and having a good time. Of course, he's used to living in his motorcycle repair shop with no air conditioning or anything. So he's in heaven in the house with the big screen and all that. There's Mike's. What do you say? I haven't seen you in like forever. What's up? Gonna drive down to breakfast. waterfalls. And okay, cool. No worries. We're gonna go to that. I don't know the name of it, but we went there 2 years ago. Real good seafood restaurant. If you want to come later, by all means. And you were watching. That was. Did you see the drone? Are you still here? Or did you already take off? That's mine. That's the mini, little bitty, fits in the palm of your hand. Mike's was asking about it. It's good. It's perfect for me. Did your fun? No, he says they're only about this big, and the holes in his net's about that big. So he said that there are little fish there, but of course he's determined. He was down there at 5 a.m. this morning, throwing that net. Like a Dr. Drone. I really like it. Bobby's pretty good. He's got the new one, I think, or the second generation, and he's better than I am. I think we got him about the same time, but he actually went out and flew his. I think I've flown this thing, I want to say 10, 15 times. I tried to fly it at the house, but I'm real close to a small plane airport there, and it won't let me put it up. Good morning, Gary. How you doing? Let's see. What was it? I was going to ask Gary something about it. I'm imagining you have a Tesla. Am I correct, Gary? I'm guessing that you have a Tesla. I think we're going to get the kicks for sure, and then maybe 2 years from now, when I think it'll probably take them 2 years to where I would drive around here and not get anxiety over, running out of electricity or running out of battery in the middle of nowhere here in Thailand. Because I know that my wife said that they're really amping up putting in the stations from here to the end of the year. They really want to put them in, and they're giving all sorts of credits and stuff for all electric, and even the hybrids. They're giving a bunch of credit, just like, I guess they do. I never utilized them in the United States, but I think they give special tax credits or some kind of shit in the United States for buying one. Yes, Model 3, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured you did. But, it probably would be okay, but I just don't want to worry about it in my first jump into this electric deal. I think I'm just going to go with the hybrid. And like I said, if I have it for 2 years and want to get an all electric, I can always do that. So I'm going to drink something. Sorry about that. That was good. Um, Sacramento. Somebody was saying they saw one. Was it you?
Yeah, we saw one in Udon.
In Udon,
A
right?
couple of days before we came down here.
I got Tim right next to me here too. Yeah, so he saw one here. I haven't seen any. I do. I still wanted to go and drive the MG just for shits and giggles. I want to see what, and it had a range of. They're calling it a long range electric vehicle. It's everything that I've seen on it say it's a good vehicle, but they say it's not a, if you're looking for a premium, cush, plush, everything, it's not the one you want. But I wouldn't want that anyway. I'm just going to make it dirty and and stuff like that anyway. So, but the price was right. It was under 100 or under 1 million. I want to say it was in the 890 range, maybe even under maybe 890 under 900, and it was 450 kilometers was the distance on it. What is the Tesla? How far does it go, Gary? Hey, Fa, how you doing? Hey, Jam, how are you? Ron's here. Who did I miss? Zoe's here. Okay, I caught everybody really quick. I was just talking to Chuck and Chuck Page and Mitch and Dow right before I came on. They came on to say hello. They're on the road. I know a guy. Let's see. What is Gary saying? I know a guy who has the MGV and has no problems charging a ton. Don't forget, you will charge. Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. It's just me, I guess, making the first step into anything. I always like to be cautious. I'm sure it would be fine. I'm sure it would. And then with my wife, hell, she'd only have to charge the thing, whatever, once a week or something, just going back and forth to work. It's probably, I'm guessing, under 10, probably 6 kilometers each way. So, um, it wouldn't be a problem with that aspect of it. It's just me, I mean, if I don't know, maybe I wouldn't freak out. I don't know. I'd have to see, but I like the kicks. It's got a bunch of interesting features, and it was reasonable too. The top of the line, I think, was 1.1, almost 1.2, and they're going to give it to us for 880 or something like that, under 900 for that. So we'll see. And it's the orange one. And I did ask my wife. I said it comes in either black interior or the two-tone, and she says the one that they have that they're giving us the deal on is a two-tone. So we'll see. I forget to charge my yeah, exactly, right, Bobby? Oh, did I charge the car? As you're in the middle of nowhere. Um, let's see. Hey, Joe. Thanks. Appreciate it, Joe. We'll I'll let my wife do what she will. She'll give it to the kids. She's that way, or to people, Thai people. As you all know, that's where it goes. And I do have to, like I said before, I wanted to go before at the other two tables, and then I've got a bunch of stuff: badminton, 2 badminton nets, the volleyball net, 4 volleyballs, 4 soccer balls, all sorts of stuff. So we'll do that when we get back, and I think the kids want to go on that, and Mom and Dad will go. My mother-in-law and father-in-law will go also. So it'll be a bunch of fun. We'll do that probably next week when we get back. Probably towards the middle or end of next week. Let's see, what did I miss? What did Gary say? The MG EV is a nice car to drive, but I think it only comes in. I don't know what color, to tell you the truth. I don't know, Gary. It very possibly could be. I'm trying to think of the one that I saw, what color it was, but I don't remember. But I definitely want to go drive one. I think they have one at the MG dealer in Surin, so I'll definitely stop by there. I'm just curious. I've never driven one, so.
It's definitely packed with technology.
Yeah, and that kind of scares me too. But like I said, on this one too, and I don't know what MG offers. I'll find that out when I go too. But Tim brought up an interesting. It's packed full of all sorts of stuff. When I bought my Saturn, the SUV, I think it's 2009, the new body style Saturn View, and it was the top of the line, I think. And I never buy the insurance, the extended, and all that kind of stuff. But the guy there I knew, and he said, yeah, most of the time it's trying to get your money. And he said, but in this particular one, it's got, what did he tell me? 6 something computers in there, and if they go out, each one of them's like $2,000 a piece. So he said it's worth it to get the deal, and I think I got 100,000 bumper to bumper on that car. But it was I don't know. I'm curious to drive one. Let's let Mitch is here. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey,
Can you
Dave.
hear me?
I can hear you, but you know how my hearing is. A little bit of background noise. I just wanted to show everyone hope you can see that.
Where are you at?
We're just a couple hundred meters from Joe's place in Prachuap Khirikan.
Okay.
We're supposed to be on the road, but Paige had to pick up some laundry, so we're just chilling at Klaus's place.
Cool.
Look
Well,
at
I
that.
know exactly where you're at. Yeah.
Look at you. Isn't that nice?
That would
Hey,
be probably one
yesterday-
of my picks.
Yesterday I was over here. There's a little, if I can find my hand in the camera. Anyway, somewhere right over there, little nature
Right.
trail, 400 or 500 meters long, flat, easy. But I came up upon about a 6-foot monitor lizard, scared the crap out of it. It ran. It didn't really startle me. I just didn't have the camera going, Would have been nice. I caught the tail end of it though. But yeah, it's really windy right now.
Ron saying he just
Yeah.
saw your breakfast warm-up video. Ron John said.
No, it's like we're literally fixing to go get breakfast, and Dallas says, I go, eat. I'm like, oh, we're going to eat. No, a little bit each. I'm like, okay. So she brought back some trinkets, and I'm like, okay, we're warming up, man. We're practicing. We're warming up for breakfast.
They definitely can't say that Thai women don't eat. That's for sure.
I'll tell you what,
Mine
man.
gets
I'm
cranky.
gaining
My
weight.
wife gets cranky. If she doesn't have her food, she actually gets cranky, and that doesn't happen very often because we always have food.
Yeah,
But a couple of times that she's gotten a little testy. And
yeah,
let's
gosh,
see,
I love
Jake just posted your deal on there.
I see that. Thanks.
love the boats and the sea.
Ron John wanted to know if you've been in the ocean yet.
I'm looking for
Yep.
something in particular right now. I ran into a guy
Oh, Mitch,
yesterday. He had these. They look like a
go
little
ahead.
ink shell kind of a thing. They're plastic, all the same size. They put them on a string and then they throw them in the water, and the little squid jump in them or swim in them
Oh,
for a
really?
little cubby, and then they. So every morning he's out there putting them out, pulls them back out, and there's those nice little, perfectly all the same size little squids. And I was like, oh wow! I did a short video of it. I might put it up a couple years from now. When I figure out how to edit.
Yeah, we found, or a lady found us here at Serenity. It's almost like in Pachuap. Every day that we've been here, she's brought over crab, and we bought a
Oh,
kilo of crab and a kilo of shrimp the first day. The second day, we bought another kilo of crab and a
uh
kilo
huh.
of shrimp. And the third day, we bought about 30 scallops. And what are those?
Oh,
The ones that you liked, Mitch? Those kind of lobster looking wormy. The ones that are just though you pointed them out to me when we went to barbecue. You said this place has these. Those little,
oh,
they're almost
yeah,
like a
yeah,
lobster of some kind. You
yeah.
know what I'm talking? I don't
Yeah.
know the
Some of
name
the
of them,
they're
but
they're those ones that like they don't have big claws on them, so when they get their prey, they smack them.
right.
They like whack. And
Well, they
I don't know what
had.
they're called, but
She bought
Dow
six
had
of
some of that for
those.
breakfast. He had little ones.
Yeah, these were about, I want to say 8 inches long, and I think he
No,
got four or
nice.
five of them, and a whole
Yeah, yeah.
bunch of those things. It was cheap, 400 baht for the crab, a kilo, and 250 for
No.
the shrimp. It was cheap. So they've been
Oh
eating
man.
seafood like crazy. In case anybody's out there that hasn't been to Thailand or is watching and trying to learn about Thailand, you
Yeah,
give a Thai family the option to eat seafood, and they're going to eat, and you're going to have to force them to stop. So
yeah. That's one of Klaus's dogs there.
is it?
Yeah, he's real friendly. He's got four of them, and the calico cat.
Well, let's see. Ron wanted to know how Joe was doing.
Joe's doing great. I mean, physically great. I would say got a little bit of homeitis, but because he's quarantined and Joe's a go mover, he likes to get out and about
Right.
every day. So, but he's doing it more for the community, right? Especially in these smaller villages. People are staring at me. I don't have my mask on, but anyway, word travels fast, right? Oh, he's got COVID. Oh, what's he doing out at the restaurant? You know what I mean? So it's like he towed the
Yeah,
line
he
and
stayed.
stayed home. Stayed home. We waved at him from the gate yesterday until he was literally past that 14-day mark and had been cleared negative, negative, negative. So and then so
I think
we're gonna go see
I
him here in a
think
minute.
in the video, I think he said that that gift was done on the second, and he was done on the fifth. I
Yeah,
think that's what he said. Yeah.
yeah. He played it safe. Didn't want the neighbors getting panicked.
I don't blame him. I don't blame the
Yeah,
neighbors. Everybody's worried. I don't know.
it's a small
Like I said,
community.
I think I would have had it. Yeah, they all are. Hey,
Mayberry is a
Muwa, how
small
are you?
community.
Mm.
This is another one of Klaus's dogs. See, I don't know if you can see him in the hand there, but back here, there's one behind me. It's funny. It's not like, our dogs stay in the yard, right? They know there's like no boundaries. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
think Ron's asking if it is. I think it's today. Yeah, I think he's done today. But I don't know. He
Yeah,
might
free to
stay an
go
extra
today.
day or
Free to go
something.
today.
Yeah, maybe he'll leave.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
It is nice.
Gosh.
Like I
I hope it
said,
looks clear to
out
you
of the
guys.
places that I've seen, if I know when I came, I would have went there instead of to Kemla. I would have rather been there.
Dude, this is like,
Um,
I mean, there's, when you look at the map, the bay, right? This is the one,
right,
the let's see, northernmost of the two, and then Pratua main city's that direction.
right.
This is the big C like this, big, curve thing, and then there's another one where we went to that festival the other night. Holy smokes, it was really nice.
Cool.
Way better than Teppersit Market and any of that stuff. It was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of food stalls of different foods and things. So you get
Cool.
me and the food.
Now you guys are going to
Wow.
be back in what, 3 days? You'll be back, something like that.
I'll be back in Pattaya on the 7th, which I think is a Thursday, and then the
Are you
8th I'm
still
going to be
planning on
hanging out in Wombat. Huh?
Are you still planning on coming this way or no?
Yeah,
You said
absolutely,
you were going.
absolutely. I want to
Oh,
go
okay.
that direction. Yeah,
You're gonna.
and we're talking.
How are you
We're
gonna
already
get?
looking another trip too. So
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that too. So keep me advised. I'd be ready to go. I think because it's going to be after Sokran, right?
yeah, after Songkran. Yep, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I might be interested in something like that. I think I want to get out and about. I think I'm going to take 2 months off of the house build. I think I'm going to let the pool and the pond and that building in the back go for finish up the Thai kitchen, get it all done and operating, and the cover for the clothes in the washing machine, and take off and travel. I'd like to go to Udon too. I want to come up there because I told you I got that friend there too, Bob. So hey James, how
On
you
that
doing?
circuit, we'll probably hit Udon. Yeah,
GoFundMe for Mitch's gimbal. James wants a
I have a
GoFundMe
gimbal.
for your gimbal.
I have a nice gimbal, but you know what? I just pain in the arse, man. I mean, like, oh, I'm just not into it.
That's what I like
Uh,
about my 9. I don't need a gimbal, and it's always ready to go. I got
and I
3
think,
gimbals, so
I mean, I think, okay, I like for
hey,
this,
Pop.
it would be great to have the gimbal. It's in my bag, not 20 meters from here, and then it would follow me as I move around, and I finally figured that out the other
That's
night.
that's
That'd
not
be cool.
like that's not
People wouldn't be getting sick, from all this action and moving and shit. I can appreciate that.
and it's
Yeah.
not like James is out of it's not like
That's
James
it.
to bust somebody's balls. I just don't think he does that, does he?
Never, never, never.
Uh,
James never gives me
cool. How
shit
you
about
doing?
my hearing aids or anything.
He never gives anybody shit. I think that's what I like about him the best is the shit that he gives. Let's see.
I love James,
Kurt
man.
Williams, how you doing? Flying in on April 8th. Can't wait. I bet, man. Good for you. How long you staying, Kurt? You coming to retire or coming for a visit or what's the deal? If you don't mind saying. Let's see. Ron saying no real. And Ron says no worries. Real life is nice.
Oh, they're waving at me.
Yankees action and moment.
Oh, they're just waving. Stay away.
Are they?
We're enjoying time. Peace and quiet without you.
Stay
Okay, I got it.
2 weeks. Cool. Where are you going to, Kurt? Uh, yeah, like I said, I kid around all the time that don't come to Thailand. It's a horrible place. You can't travel. It's impossible to move
Oh, wait.
around.
Yeah,
It's
this
just a
sucks, man.
horrible,
Let me
horrible
open
place. So that's
my
my
Thailand
rant for
face.
today. I'm going to keep
This sucks.
the rant short, but of course it's a joke. Separate
This sucks.
GoFund.
I'm gonna go polish a bar stool. This sucks.
Yeah, he wants James. James says he wants another GoFundMe for hearing aid batteries for you. So
Amen,
we'll
man.
see.
I was struggling with them, and come to find out, I had a batch of batteries that were over a year expired, and They weren't joking about
and they
that.
expired.
I apologize for that, James.
Oh,
I got them in now, though. Look.
cool. Good for you. Now, what did I miss? I
Yeah.
think I just missed that. What did I miss? I think I missed
Hang on now. I got to be really, really
Kurt
careful here.
Wentz.
It's like Sukhumvit. I'm going to cross the road,
Patea.
okay? Wish me
One of the
luck.
guys
Okay.
that's okay. Go ahead.
Got to look
Yeah.
both ways. Oh, shit.
Kurt.
Oh,
Kurt's going to be in
traffic.
your. Kurt's going to be in your part of the country. I haven't seen him before here, but he's in the chat now, and he says he's coming
Huh?
for 2 weeks, and he's going to be in
Oh,
Patea. And I think when did you say you were coming?
April 8th,
Was it next week? Next week. So
3 days.
you might be there. You have to look up Mitch
right
and go to
on.
the Wombat. In fact, he'll be at the Wombat. Usually at the Wombat on Fridays, right?
Yeah, Friday's kind of a given. Or we meet up on Friday, converge there, and then we go. We spread the wealth around, right? We go to different restaurants and try the Mexican, try the German, try this, the roast thing. And just
Hey, Joe just gave $2 for your hearing aids.
thanks,
So
Joe. I appreciate that.
let's see. Oh, so he's on the 8th of April. Oh wow, that's before I even get home. And if you watch this channel, Kurt, Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad, and Mark in Thailand, and Mitch, and who else is there? James is there. There's a bunch of people in Pattaya, and a lot of them go to the Wombat on Friday. So if you want to meet up and say hi
Yeah,
to a few of those people, they'll probably be there on any given Friday.
look at that.
Hey,
They put a tree right here for me.
Sleepy, you going to bed, Nick? Thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it when Nikki stops by because it's like
You
2
too,
o'clock
Nikki.
in the
Just
morning.
Nikki,
You know?
she was on James's live stream. I totally missed when she came in to say hi, and I felt bad about that.
I do have subscribed. Cool, thank you, Kurt. Yeah, they'll be there. Tom's a great guy. Mitch obviously is a good guy. Mark's a good guy. They're all good guys. So
I'm
and
stopping now.
they're usually there.
Getting ready to run the beach. Okay. You can tell I'm lying because my lips.
James is a good guy too, but he loves to bust people's balls. Like I said, that's what I like the best. It must be painful for James. It must be painful for James to be in Pachuap Currycon and not be able to bust Joe's balls about anything. It must really pain him to not be able to do that. I would
They'll make
imagine
it
anyway. That's the best thing. Him and Joe going at it are worth any trip. In case you guys are around any place, definitely something to see. Cool. Would love to hang out. Yeah, definitely. Mitch has a channel too, so you can subscribe to him and go right through his. Make a comment, or I'm sure on your channel. Do you have your whatchamacallit email address and all that on your page or no?
No.
No. But they could just answer. He could just write you in the comments, and you can talk back and forth to him, right?
Yeah. I would
do
how
that.
I establish contact. These. Can't even think of it. Facebook. It says Mr. Mitch House.
There you go.
Just the name that's in there.
Yeah,
and
he's
if you go
counting down. He's saying,
send me a message, it'll come, and then I'll verify that by talking to you like this on a video call. Because I get a lot of hate, so I vet it that way. And then at that point, if I say, okay, then you got my line contact, and you can talk to me all
there
you
you
want,
go.
and hook up and meet up, and
Good job.
I like meeting new people.
Yeah. And he says he's on a countdown. It looks like to 3 years. 3 years. I'm retiring there. Good for you, man.
Awesome.
If you can do it in 2 years, 11 and a half months, like I say, do it as soon as you can and not jeopardize your retirement of any kind. I'm one of those guys. Do it today, not tomorrow. But that's good to hear. 3 years is.
Noise here. It's horrendous.
I don't know how old you are, but yes, and throw Daz in the mix. I wonder, is Daz coming? I didn't ask. Is he coming back when Chuck comes back with his mom, or do you know?
Good question.
Hopefully
I honestly don't know.
I'm looking forward
Another
to
person I
meeting.
want to meet. I mean, he cracks me up on
Yeah,
video,
definitely.
in the chat. He's got a quick wit, great disposition or view on life. I love it. Can't have
Yeah,
more of us
exactly.
like that.
Yeah,
The more the merrier.
I like Kurt's attitude. He said exactly, tomorrow isn't promised, and that's a good
That's
phrase
it.
right there.
Yeah, on a serious note, man, this could be it.
That's it.
So
Yeah, it
we'll
could
say
be
it
for me
later, Dave.
too.
I love you, brother.
All right, have a good one. All right, Mitch, take it easy.
Okay, see you guys.
I'm gonna. Can I? I can get you in there. There we go. Can you guys hear? Can you hear us both?
Squeaky chairs.
Can you hear us both if we talk? Go ahead and talk. Tim.
Hello. Good morning.
What's the sound like on there? I'm sure if I face it, it's probably not bad. But if you guys have any kind of questions, Tim, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to his channel. He's building a house. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, which I would imagine some of you are by watching the channel because of me building a house. But he's got some videos on his house, good information. Um, do it, or if you have any questions for him, or if you know. Okay, thanks, James. James says the audio's all right.
Oh, good.
Cool. And then I guess Mike's isn't going to come. He's running around, but that's Mike's. He hits the ground running. So, but maybe like I said, I spent how many hours did we spend together? 5, 6, 7 hours. I didn't take 1 second of video, and I was up here bullshitting with Mike for I don't know shit 3 hours last night. Not 1 second of video. It's just horrible. I gotta ask Tom while I'm remembering this. If you're are you still in the chat? Thailand Digital Nomad. It was you that was telling me, right? The builder about these. The builder could get the licensing.
Oh, yeah. Brian in Thailand.
All right. Yeah. Tim was telling me that Brian in Thailand might be able to help me out getting my the license and everything I need to fly this thing legally. So if you heard that, Tom, let me know. And if you could, because I don't know him, and I know that you talk to him occasionally, find out if he can. I don't have any of the receipts with it. I did buy it in Thailand off of Lasada, but I don't have the receipts or anything. So I think I have to have a third piece of paperwork if you don't have the receipt or if you bring it in from the U.S. or something like that. But if you could find out for me, I'd appreciate it. James, you planning anything in Pattaya next week or two? Are you still there, James? He might be. He'll. I'm sure that he's going to be around. I don't think anybody's. I don't know for sure. Maybe he'll answer, but I think once they get back, they're not. They're not going anywhere until if they go anywhere until after Sokran. So everybody's going to be. He'll be in and about and around town until probably a little while after the 15th. But you can also and when he was live. What was it last night, James? He was live there. You can get on one of his lives and ask questions too if he's not here. Bobby says, "Got to run." See you on the next one. You bet, Bobby. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it, as always. Yeah, the FAA. Yeah, the here. I had a Phantom 4, which was top of the line at the time before I came here. I sold it to my cousin because I didn't want to drag it in and face them taking it away from me or causing any kind of problems because I couldn't get all the answers I wanted before I left because I left real quick to come back. And then I bought this one off of Lasada, and I don't know. At that time, I was probably I don't know. I just thought I could just fly the thing and not worry. Then I read about it and found out about it, and then James had told me that you can they can find you a lot. So I don't want to take any chances. If I can go do it, I'd like to do it. And I know that there was one. Thank you for letting me go. Yeah, no problem, Mitch. Anytime, you know that. But there was somebody trying to think of the name. It was the guy that got him. I think his name was Mike. And if Mitch is still watching, oh, there he is, back in Pattaya in a few days. Catch us on Kev. Oh, that's right. Kevin, on James's, if you can read that, I don't have to read it out to you. That's right, because actually Mike live my ass off. Told me about that deal for Kev. It's going to be 2 years, I believe, right? 2 years since he passed. Never got to meet him. Kind of a bummer. Wish I could have done that. But there you go. You can catch up with a lot of people there if you want to, Kurt. Well, there'll be a bunch of people there. I know that more than likely Rob's going to be there. 20 seconds in Thailand. James will. There are going to be a bunch of people there. I'm sure all the local people, YouTube people, will be there. Mr. Mitch, looking forward. Yeah, did you hear what I was saying, Tom? Or you still there? Can you hear me? uh, Tip saying hi to Jam. Um, yeah, when are they coming? I think July, right, Jam? Jam, you coming in July? I think June or July. I think. Can't remember.
Just thought I'd let you know your father-in-law caught 3 fish this morning, keeper size,
Oh, really?
not little minnows.
Oh man, he's gonna be beside himself when he sees me.
Got lunch coming.
Oh wow. Okay, good for him. I'm glad he caught something. Guys, he's determined. I'm telling you.
I know I was up at 6 and I walked out there and he was waist deep in the water.
He's a peach, man. He's a good one. 75, up at 5 o'clock in the morning, goes fishing pretty much every morning, every night, and then the rest of the time during the day, he makes nets. Sits there in my living room with a net strung across it and with the little stitching thing, and he makes his own nets. People buy them from him, I think, occasionally too, for nothing. He gives them away. Okay. Tim was saying that Brian in Thailand, the one that's building your house, and I know you know him pretty well, has a bunch of knowledge on getting the paperwork and getting me a license on my drone, because I bought it here in Thailand, but I don't have the receipt, so I don't have to jump through extra hoops like as if I brought it in or bought it or found it or whatever I needed to do. But he said that Brian knows a couple of people or something. If you could find out for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Yes, July. Okay, cool. Can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. I think I'm caught up. It's pretty good. So, in case you didn't hear on that too, and I'm sure you did. Let's see, where was it? Kurt, you saw that deal on. Go to James' community page and look up the. It's Kevin Thailand. I think it's the second anniversary of his passing. And I don't think it's a sad. I mean, everybody there is having a good time. You'll have a good time if you go. Let's see what I got here. I did short video today. Ah, good for you. It's really weird on them shorts. I don't understand it. I'll do one about that I think, oh, this is pretty interesting. People like it. It gets, 200 or something. And then I'll do one, I took a picture of a hamburger and it got like 2,000. So I don't have a clue on how stuff works with those shorts. But yeah, you can get, I think Nikki got like 50,000 or something on one of hers, or more than that, on one of her shorts of food video. Can't remember which one it was. Yeah, I wish I could have met him. That's what my understanding was too. He really liked all the people, the subscribers. He liked being in Thailand, liked doing what he was doing. Dave Bryan. Okay, cool. Let me know. We'll talk after or whatever when I get back or something, and I'll talk to you about how I can get hooked up with him and talk to him about trying to. I just want to be on the up and up legal. I don't need no added aggravations. And like I said, I think James said they could charge you
Hefty fine.
yeah. So, but I'm gonna put it up today. No wind right now. It's ready to go. Probably right as soon as we get done here. I think my batteries are charged. Hopefully they are. Let's see what Ron's saying. Hey, James. See, James is still there. Mitch got 10,000. Yeah, and he got, what was it on? We were trying to figure out if it was the word. There was something in there, but yeah, we had talked about it. Yeah, Mitch got a bunch on one. So I don't know how it works. All right, and Jams, I know it's getting late there. I was going to start at 7:30, and I don't know. I'm being lazy. I'm on vacation, so I slept in a little bit. So good night, Jam. Thanks for coming by. Always appreciated. Where's Tim from?
Well, I lived in Maryland for most of my life, but I grew up in eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, and we got along great. He's a great guy. His wife's a great gal, but he's a gas and oil NASCAR guy. So we could sit here and talk for, 200 years and still not, not have anything to say. But you guys know, I think I've talked about NASCAR before. Not a bunch, but hey, thanks, Kurt. I appreciate it. It'll go to my wife, and what we do with anything that I get on here. If you're not familiar with it, we give to the schools or the kids or people that need in Thailand. My wife will disperse it. That way, it keeps me out of the loop and people trying to come after me, which I haven't had yet. I'm really surprised. Figured there were trolls would come out of the woodwork, but they haven't. Thank you. Oh, you bet, man. And anything that anybody on here, that's what this channel is all about, is if I don't know, the people that are in the chat might know, and they'll answer, and just, I don't know, it's kind of like a family thing. We have a bunch of fun, Kurt. At least I do. I think most of the people do. But, all right, you taking off? All right, Kurt, take it easy. I'm not going to go real long today anyway. I'm probably, how long has it been? It's been 42 minutes. I'll go, I don't know, we'll go until everybody says get out. Dip Media is here. I didn't even see that. Hey, Dip Media, GottoLoveThailand. Oh, okay, they're here. Say hi to Dip Media. Hello, and hello to all the good people. Yeah, most of them are. No, they all are. Let's see. Did I click the wrong button? Here we go. And let's see. So he does your guess, miss the rodeo horse and barbecue ribs. That's from Soy Mafia. To you, Tim. Wants to know. I'm gathering. Do you have rodeos where you were at? I don't know.
We're in Kentucky.
I guess so, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
They had a few.
Yeah, a lot of horses out of Kentucky, right? Kentucky Derby thing.
Yeah.
And barbecue. That's what else. You went with Tom to Route 66 and
Yeah.
had the Mexican food, and you've heard me rave about the Mexican food, and they had the exact same thing I had. They had a fajitas and nachos, right?
Yep.
Tim? Yeah,
It was really
and
good. Steak fajitas,
They are awesome. Hey, Grinch.
big
How are you?
portions.
Hope you were well. Tim, I have family in
In
Frederick.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Except over there they call it redneck,
Redneck.
where most of the Maryland rednecks live. Well, so they say.
And I gotta get. I want to make sure that I'm subscribed. Somebody put up Tim's site again, please. I'm gonna make sure because I don't know if I am or not. I will pull it up on my phone, and then I will know. Let's see. Family people saying hi to Grinch. I hope you're well. We haven't talked in a while. I noticed you've been around more lately, so I'm imagining you're feeling better. I'm hoping you're feeling better.
Sawadee. Good morning.
You want rice sauce?
No, I'm good, thank you.
No. What else do we have? Another one of these?
Yeah.
Want to just bring up the bottle and pour it in there? We don't have ice. Right? Let's see. Lived in for 30 years. Okay, you did.
Yep.
There it is. Let me pull it up here. Make sure. If I am not, I should be. I usually subscribe. No, I'm not. You have 127 subscribers now.
Well, it's went up since I left home.
See? Oh yeah, you got a bunch of good stuff. I haven't looked at any of your stuff, so I'll do that afterwards. I'll get caught up in stuff. There I am, looking at myself, looking down because of the lag. What did I miss? I'm out, hanging in there. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Hey Martin, how you doing? So you're having, yeah, a terrible time. It's just
Oh, it's
horrible.
the worst.
Yeah, horrible, horrible place here.
Just browbeating us to death, aren't they?
Yeah, I can jump in the jacuzzi. I could fly the drone. I could swim in the ocean.
Get
I
in
can
the
swim in the
pool,
pool.
sit at the bar.
Yeah, sit at the bar. I can go down to another beach. It is. Don't travel here though.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, you can't travel. Although the roads around, I think I've mentioned it before, and Tim can kind of attest to it now because he went over to White Sands last night. There's a couple of tricky hairpin inclined deals over here in Koh Chang.
Yeah, you
But
think a hairpin turn and double that.
it is, and that's the one that I started to roll back on with the kids as they were all screaming. Jake's here, I think. Let me see. Hey Jake, what's up, brother? Just subbed to Tim. Tommy J did too. So there's another one. Thank you, Tommy. If you guys aren't sub, you'll like the content. He's having fun. That's what it's all about.
Hi, Tim. Hey, Dave. Hope all's
Hey,
well.
what's up?
I mean, I know it's all is well. You're looking good. Did you get in the water
It
yet?
is. What's that? I
Did you
haven't
get
been
in the water
ocean
yet?
I haven't been. Oh yeah, I've been in the pool
Okay.
twice, and I've been in the rooftop jacuzzi twice. And the rooftop jacuzzi, the water's nice and cool because it's been cool here. So it looks like it's probably going to be a fairly warm day today, but it hasn't been
Let's see what they're
horrible.
going for on
No, I was just thinking of your knees. You can get out there and
Yeah, I'd
paddle
like to get
around
in
a
the
little
ocean,
bit.
but I don't think I'm going to go here. I didn't bring water shoes like I telling people that the only, if there is a negative here, is the beach. It is a little bit rocky. So as long as you have water shoes, you can walk out and swim.
But
But the water's not clear like I like it.
most
But I
of the
could
pools,
drive.
though, are saltwater pools. I mean, that's what I have at my
expecting a
house.
high of 90 today.
The
High
saltwater
90.
pool, this you have a salt cell and it converts salt into chlorine, and
Right.
it just makes things so much easier. I mean, I see these people that are wheeling around, you know, 5-gallon jugs of chlorine and dumping it into their pool, and all I do is, once every 2 months, dump a bag of salt into my pool, and it's done. You
And I
know,
haven't made up my mind on the little one at my house, but I'm probably going to. It's about for a little generator and a little filter type. Um, I'm going to call it a set because that's what they call over here in
right?
Thailand. The pump, the deal, and all that. It's like under 20,000 baht, so under $600, I think it was. And because my pool isn't that big, I don't need a giant one. So I might do it still because I do like that. My brother put in a salt pool and he loves it. Almost zero maintenance on the
No, it's almost zero
chlorine stuff.
maintenance. I mean, I can literally like almost taste my pool water and know if I need to dump some uric acid in there or some salt. It's so easy. So if there's any way, Dave, you're handy. I'm not. Um, it takes nothing to wire up the salt cell, uh, the control panel, and then install the cell. So if you can do basic plumbing work, what happens is the
Yeah,
salt cell
stuff I
is
read.
on the
Yeah, the
pipe.
stuff I read on this one is it's as simple as just tying in the power, turning it on, and then following the directions to program whatever you're going to program. But
Yeah, I mean, I use a Hayward Aqua Bright interface, and I had to replace the motherboard one time, and about every 5 years or so, I have to replace the salt cell. But the rest of the time, it's almost maintenance free. Be careful there, brother.
yeah,
Dump that on that nice blue
these
shirt.
tops sometimes you see how the O-ring
I know it.
has
Same
now
thing
come out of the groove. So when they
happens
put it on there, my wife doesn't put that, and when it comes to me, then it rolls down my chin.
happens to me with this one here. Same thing.
And this
This
one's
is
a
my
Yeti,
water
I
cup.
think. This one's a Yeti, so it's supposed to be a good one. Let's see. What am I missing? What did I miss on here?
I don't know. I haven't
Like
been
tail
reading
of
the comments
Dragonwood.
myself.
Are we on for the wombat? Tom is asking for 12 for lunch. Um, and no ocean dip. That's what Ron's saying. Question, Jake. Now that you're free, when are you coming over? Did you hear that? Or did you see that, Jake? He'll be back. I'll hit him up, Ron.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I was trying to set my out of office avatar there.
Yeah,
Um,
Ron, did you see
so
what he asked?
yeah. I heard what you said, Dave. I didn't turn off my sound.
Okay.
So it's a combination of things. My wife really doesn't want to go over there until all the restrictions are lifted. She doesn't want to play around with the test and go or any of that, which I could deal with the test and go. Um, I've got some things I need to do here. Obviously, I'm still not done with my resignation out processing. For those of the people that are here, I'm stepping away from my position, which is fine. I'm good with it. I'm actually my blood pressure's been down the last 3 days. What caused that? I don't know. Um,
Probably
so
just the idea of being able to retire.
no, it's
That's
it's
got to lower.
done. I mean, that's exactly what did it. I'm being facetious, of course. So that's why my new job is YouTube sensation. See that? So I'm just kidding. Just
Well,
playing around.
Moonwa said that, or they just subbed to your channel.
Oh well, outstanding. Any support is great. Like you, Dave. I'm not in this for the money. I'm just into it for something to do. It's
Exactly.
just something to keep me off of the streets
Fun with
from
me.
hooking or whatever. I'm just kidding. So so my plans are fluid, right? The plan is for me to we always were going to downsize the house, find another place. Market's red hot where I live here in Florida. Um, houses don't last any longer than a week on the market here, and they sell for 10% over market value. People are coming down and paying cash. I just hope they don't what we call New York my Florida, um, and come here and vote for the same shit they ran away from. I'll stop there so we don't get political because I know we don't do that here. But the I've always my plan was to always downsize. We bought this house with the idea that my mom would live here and we would adopt our nieces. Neither of those things worked out properly, so Samkit and I are in a house far too big for the two of us. While we love it where we live and everything, it's not practical for long-term maintenance. So we'll downsize the house, we'll bank the money, and we'll take it from there, Ron. We'll figure out when that'll be. For
Well,
me,
I know
I
everybody that
always
I've
like to go
talked to,
November, December.
everybody that I talked to, including Tim and Mitch that sold their house, me selling the house, everything has been, you know, a weekend to whatever you get, 10 multiple offers and, above market or above asking. And that's awesome, especially for people that are retiring. That's money you didn't have a clue you were going to have. And I know, it's, I don't know. I never turn down money.
Yeah, me either.
No,
But
and
it is,
so we
it's
were
the right
planning
time
on
to do it,
going
I
in.
think.
We were planning on, every year is November, but I'm hearing that my youngest niece up in Chiang Mai may be getting her degree
Goes up with
conferred
the
upon
market.
her in March.
Right.
So we might hold off until March, is what some kit seems to think to do. But at the same time, I said, well, I'm an and guy, so I'm kind of like, well, why can't we go both times? I'm just saying, I don't have anything really going on other than this whole YouTube fame, which I'm kidding. You know, I got nothing going on. So, I mean, hey, why not? Right? If we get, especially if we're able to transition the house and move to someplace else by November timeframe, I have no problem
Right.
with going over there for a couple weeks or a month and then coming back. The holidays I think I told you this privately, Dave, or in our little circle of brotherhood there. The holidays are not a fun time for me here in the United States. I
Right.
used to take a couple weeks of leave, but after my sister passed away in 2009, the the climate in my family became, which is not that big, became one of depression. The holidays are one of those bad times. Everybody's doom and gloom because my sister isn't there. And it was like, why am I putting myself through this shit, to be honest with you? So, some kid and I started like traveling that time of the year. Not over Christmas. We were home for Christmas, but instead of me taking 2 weeks over the Christmas holiday, we'd travel in October, November, go visit her family, go to Phuket, go to Chiang Mai,
Nice.
Piss and Low. Shout out to Ron John. And and enjoy that time that I had off. So the idea of me just taking off time at the holidays is kind of gone. And if I'm off, like I'm kind of doing my own thing, digital nomad, freelance, gigolo, whatever I'm doing,
Hey,
um,
Xanderman.
you know,
Now wait a
that
second.
I can do
Okay.
whatever I want and still
Um,
do it from wherever I'm at. That's kind of what I'm looking at is it's like, hey, if we're able to transition to our next residence this summer and sell the house, I'll pop over there for a month or so and then pop back and then go back in the
right.
springtime for my I was going to say my daughter. She's like my daughter. My niece's graduation. I don't know if you know this, but Chiang Mai University, the princess is a graduate of Chiang Mai University, so she makes it her priority to confer those degrees on those kids, um, and which is like really cool. This is the cool princess that
Cool.
everybody's
I
grown up
didn't know.
with and loved. Pratet. And so I'm
That's cool.
just it would be so cool if my niece can get her degree conferred upon her from Pratet. I would just be so very happy about that. It
That'd
was
be
just
nice,
kind of,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
Seriously.
So anyways, I'm
Yeah,
talking a
Gary's
lot, but I know you're
that's all
eating.
right.
That's why
Gary.
I'm talking a lot. So
Yeah, no, no, no. Sounds. I don't wouldn't normally do that, but she's outdone herself. It's a rice soup with pork, shrimp, and squid, and it's freaking awesome.
did she
So
make it?
I guess she did. I'm gonna hit her up and say, "Is
Your
this your
your
mom,
wife
you, or
made
the
this?
kids?" I'm gonna find out. It was either her mom or the kids. And now, all right, here's the test. My brain test for today. Xanderman, Paul. Is that right? Am I right, Paul?
Oh shit.
Oh, there he has it down here. See, I was right. See, I'm not. I don't have Alzheimer's quite yet. So let's see. Gary's saying he hopes everything works out with you, Jake, which I'm sure everybody is, and it will. Man, I don't know. I'm a firm
I
believer. You got
I
the
appreciate
right
all the well
attitude and the right
wishes and
karma,
support.
the right everything. Things will go right, and yeah, I can say so because things have went for me. Whenever I thought I was totally depressed and totally crap, and life sucked, and I didn't like this, and I didn't like my job, I didn't want to be here, I didn't want to be there. Everything freaking worked out. It always has. My whole life, I've stressed over stuff, and it
Things you
seems
can't,
like
yeah.
to no avail. What was that, Tim?
Things you can't
Oh,
control.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing. Stressed over those things, and they always work out
Yep.
right.
Always. Always.
right, Tim. I
But
always had a saying: you don't sweat the petty things, you pet the sweaty things.
now, Tommy J said you can't leave during November because of Gator football. So you're gonna have
Okay,
to
so what's
stay
what's
put.
what's
Yeah,
very
let
what's
him know that
very
we
cool
can't get the
about that
SEC channel over here.
Yeah, you can. You can get it on
what's
TV.
very what's very cool about that is that usually there's a
Hey,
three
traveler.
week stretch where the Gators are not playing at home in late October, November. It's the death stretch,
That'll work.
and so where we have to play like LSU and two other real tough teams, and those were always the weeks where I disappeared
You know,
because I do
I
still plan
never
on
got
holding
in.
my season tickets to the University of Florida. Go
I could
Gators!
never get into. I guess, like I said before, I bet on football with a friend of mine who has now passed away, and we bet for years, and it was almost like when we decided to stop betting, it was like we were watching football and really didn't we didn't care who won or anything because we didn't have any money on it. And of course, you got your home team, and my cousin was a Packers, man, and everybody had their teams. But the thing why we stopped gambling on football is because we thought we were doing good with pro football. We said, well, maybe we should bet college, and that was our downfall. When you've got something, what's the spread? 190 points. Really? Okay. Now, how do you bet something that's 60 points, 53 points, 80 on a spread? And that got us. We're going, there's no way. How the hell are they going to know? This team's going to beat them by 80 points? But we didn't know enough about them. We knew everything about pro football, who was hurt, who wasn't hurt, how they play, everything. And he was really good. He did his due diligence on every team, and we did really well. And then when we started going to college football, everything fell apart, and we said, forget it. Let's just not gamble anymore. And then pro football became we'd look at each other going, I don't care who wins. Do you care? No, I don't care who wins. So, but I do enjoy it now. I haven't watched in, I want to say 7, 8 years, and I started watching on and off last year, and now I've got the television deal to where I've got the all the sports, Formula, NASCAR,
Would you do
football,
that through Dave
baseball,
Football
basketball.
or the one that
I did that through
Thailand Digital Nomad?
Thailand Digital Nomad. Yeah,
Right, right.
Tom got it for me, and it
So I want
works.
to show you something. You see this? This is a Tervis tumbler, right? It says Gator Boosters on it.
Right,
You know what this cost me? This cost me $1,400
and that's for your season tickets.
because it comes free with my season tickets, right? Yeah, there ain't
I
nothing
did,
free
the
about it.
most fun that I had in watching football, and it was probably because I was watching my kid, and he was a very good player, a lot better than I ever was.
Right.
And they played Iron Man up in the mountains, so they played both ways, and he
Mm,
played middle linebacker and running back, and while you're watching the game, every play, Clark came over the loudspeaker. Clark in on the tackle. Clark running for 5 yards. And I'm just sitting there with chest pumping, going, "That's my boy. That's right." And I had fun, watching the high school football, and more so than I did going to a pro game. And I found that out with baseball. I used to enjoy watching baseball, but up until the last 5 years, I never missed any Little League World Series. I watched every one of them, every game I could. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd watch Little League,
right.
and when you watch these kids and the plays that they were making, they were making plays that a pro would have a hard time with, double play stuff, and they're 12 years old. It was amazing. I'm looking forward to watching that again. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's in like August. I'll have to check it all out again
I
and get
think you're
back
right.
into
It's
watching it.
August
But
to September for Little League, I
yeah, I
think. World
really
Series.
enjoyed watching the Little League World Series.
I mean,
Really, really did. I wanted to go. It's on my bucket list. I planned it out a couple of times. I was going to go and before I went before my wife passed away, and I was going to go and spend whatever it was 2 months in and watch all of them, and I still might do it. Believe it or not, it's one of my top bucket lists.
well, of course, I've got the passion because I'm a graduate and alum of the University of Florida, but the college game to me is, for many of those reasons, kind of like what you said, is just so much better. It's a better atmosphere. I'm a huge Tampa Bay Bucks fan. and we've won the Super Bowl a couple of times here, and really happy about that. But going to a Bucks game and going to a Florida Gators game is not anything close. The passion of college football fans, and the same thing locally. If you go to high school football around here, we aren't as big as Texas in terms of that. I mean, Texas, and Tommy J can tell you this. I mean, they have high school stadiums there that hold 45,000 people. I mean, it's insane. We don't have
You
that
answered that right there.
level here, but it is still, it's really big. I see the
Yeah, it seems
comment
like a lot
about
of people.
solar.
Everybody's got their own. Ron's got Kentucky Blue, the best fans, and I'm sure everybody that's got their alma mater or whatever, however you say that. I hope my
Whoever
mouth's
whoever you
not working.
identify with. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
great thing
that's right.
about college football, some people get all
Hey, Robert.
assy about it and say, well, if you didn't actually go to school there, I'm not one of those people. It's like, hey, whoever you follow, if you grew up in Kentucky, you grew up in Tennessee, you grew up in Georgia, you know, whatever, follow who you follow and support who you follow. It's it's a religion here in the South because we were able to play and practice football all year long. So,
So
ET,
ET asked and Tim answered it, but he says he's going to. Let's see. They installed 20 kVA. I think it's great. What did you say, Tim? Are you going to use?
Yeah, we're talking about it. I started to watch Brian
Brian
in
puts in a
Thailand.
lot.
Yeah,
Right, right.
his last build that he just finished in Koh Chang, those folks had a 10 kVA solar system put in, and I think he said it was around 300,000 baht.
That isn't bad at all.
Now they're powering that house, the in-laws' house, and that garage slash man cave because there's three buildings on that plot.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I've watched a few of his videos, but I did notice that most of the stuff that he does, um, I don't know if it's by design or his input or what. It seems like all of the houses are solar, have solar panels on it. And my wife we've been talking about it since the first day that we started the build, and it still is something that we're going to. We'll see. I would like to do something, but that isn't bad. I thought it was going to be more than that. If they could do 10 at 300, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of look at your return on investment. How long is it going to take you to get back to a break-even point with what you're paying for your electricity?
Exactly. And see, like it's different from what I understand here. Back in the States, I was going to get it done, and I wasn't. My roof wasn't facing the right direction to get the money back from the government.
Yeah,
And but it was that back there they actually buy your electricity back.
yeah.
They
There's
don't do that here,
not
from what
yet.
I understand.
Right,
Yeah,
and I've
not
read the
yet.
same things.
Right, but from what I understand, if you've got because I'd like to run. Like I told you before. I want to try it with that Ubon, one rye, half a rye tilapia pond. I'd like it to be all. I'm probably going to put a two bedroom and a little one bedroom for the one brother that's staying with us now to kind of, have somebody there to watch over the property. But I'd like it to be green. I'd like it to be, off the grid, if possible. But so I might do that. We're going to start. I have to finish this before I start. So I'm going to say Ubon's probably going to start around the first of the year, and I'm going to make it. It's going to be. I'm going to go there and oversee a lot of the construction, and it's not going to be a year project. I want to be done everything in 6 months, ready to use the property, move it. Probably before that, because the dirt that I take out of the pond, I'm going to raise the half a rye land, and then I'll build the one bedroom first, and then let him come there so I have somebody on the property, and then he can kind of watch it for me because I'm gonna have to run aerators and stuff like that to keep the fish healthy. So it's gonna have to be a substantial deal, a lot of batteries. Um, but I know that what's that guy's name that we were talking about him, retired,
Oh, retired.
cheap,
I'm working. Yeah, retired
retired.
cheap in Asia or
He's,
something
yeah,
like that.
I've only watched him a few times. He's been around forever. You guys are probably familiar with him, but him and his wife have now got I don't know how many rye, but they're making it green, and he took a one bedroom uh,
Bamboo?
a knockdown of some sort, but it
Yeah.
wasn't a bamboo
No,
deal.
but
It
it
was
was teak wood or something like
yeah,
that.
and they put it in there with an air conditioner. And he said, I think they said they're running 6 panels or something, and 2 batteries or 4 batteries, and he can run the air conditioner for like almost all night long on the batteries.
And he's still running a refrigerator and
And
lights
some other stuff,
and
right?
some other things.
So as long as I could have something at night, and if it was cool, a fan would be fine. As long as it was down, I'd like to see below 75. 75 is like the breaking temperature for me, where I'm not going to sleep. And then 80, forget about it. I won't sleep. But if I could do something like that, I'd do it. I'd like to try it. Anyway, so we'll see what the cost and everything would be on something like that. Ah, Xanderman changed to Paul X. Yeah, yeah. Why not? I think it's great.
Sounds
Looks
like
good
a
to me.
wrestler's name, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks good to me. Looks good to me, Paul X. So ET likes it. Let's see, Dave Brian the Builder has a great channel. Yeah, and I'm going to, and I talked to Tom. He's going to build Tom's house, Thailand Digital Nomad, when he gets ready to go. And so I'd watched a couple of them, but it looks like he does excellent work. There's no doubt. But a lot of the stuff was the solar. So I'll get a lot of input through Tom, and when I do get serious about it, I don't like to go off the deep end and bug everybody for, trying to put together numbers, okay, but bug them for no reason. Yeah, I need all this, I need that. Well, when are you going to do it? I don't know. In 10 years, I want to. If I'm going to bug somebody about trying to put pricing and stuff together, I want to say, yeah, I'm going to be doing this in the next 2 months. But so when I get to that point, I will definitely talk to him. I'll probably talk to him beforehand because I'd like to get this DJI deal done. We'll see what happens with it. There's Jake put up his deal. Joe did an interview with Brian a while back. I didn't see that one.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check it out. Thanks, Ron. And I thought I saw all of Joe's stuff, but maybe was it before he changed the channel to Gift and Foreigner Joe, or was it since they changed the channel? We'll be doing four. What did I miss here? Which 4 Ps? Did it go over my head again? Some stuff goes over my head. I'm telling you, man. I wish that I had let more stuff sink into my brain. And Jake put up Waz channel, and I think let's see, Joe. Let's see, Paul. So anyway, what has it been? It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it. I'm on vacation. Thanks. I want to thank everybody that is in the chat. We still got 20 people in the chat. I appreciate everything and getting new subs and new people coming in the chat. That's awesome. That's what it's all about. And I think I'm going to end this live stream and
Yeah,
maybe
go enjoy
jump
your
in that
vacation, Dave.
drink and pull. And I want to put up the drone before the cops get here. And I will. Thanks for
Before
coming
the
on,
cops
Jake.
get
And
here.
thanks,
That's
Tim, for hanging out with me for a little while. And I will catch everybody on the next one.
You guys take care.